Hi everyone, I'm Peggy. Welcome to my page. Today we're going to do just a real quick makeup. I do have mature skin. I am 68. I have loss of volume in my face. I have crepe skin over my eyes. I also have crepe skin under my eyes. I have wrinkles across and cracks up on my lips. So yes, I know a thing or two about mature skin. So let's get started. I use Seint cream makeup, and again, one palette, one brush to do the entire face, and I'm going to show you how I do it right now. We start with a contour shade. These three shades will make up my foundation. So I'm going to start with a contour shade. And a contour shade is a dark, cool shade. It looks like it should not be on your face. And the reason for that is because we are creating shadows and we are actually sculpting the face. We're going to put it on the hard parts of the face, mainly the forehead. Feel for that jawbone. You can feel the roundness. You want to start right about the corner of the eye and go up towards the top part of the ear. There you go. And we are defining and lifting as we go. Now, this shadow right here is a loss of volume. I have the same shadow over here. And so we're going to start right on the roundness of that cheekbone and go straight up towards the top part of the ear. There we go. And we are giving our face more definition and we are sculpting as we're going. Now we're going to come to the jaw. See how I have a jowl right there, that little fatty part? So I'm going to go just right alongside it, but more on the jawbone. Notice it's not up on my face. The reason for that is we are defining and sculpting this jawbone and making part of these jowls much less noticeable. And that's the key. We want this to be you or to be me at our mature age, but we want to look a little bit better. We're not trying to look like we are still 40 or even 50 for that matter. So we are just going to contour the nose now, and we're going to stay on the top of the nose and into the natural shadow. There we go. Now, what's that going to do? That's going to elongate your nose, and it's going to make it appear a little bit less narrow than it actually is. Now we're going to move to our brightening shade, and what we're doing here, this is kind of like a concealer. We call it a brightening highlight. And what, excuse me, what we are doing here is we are brightening the center of our face and creating a focal point and making it look just a little bit brighter. What we're doing is we want you to focus on certain areas of our face and we want to camouflage the other areas. So again, we're coming right down the center of the nose. We're going to catch the Cupid's bow, and I'm going to catch this little blemish that I have right there. Who thought I would still have blemishes at 68? I know. It's like, where does all this come from? I do have rosacea too, so I have the redness all of the time on my cheeks. Okay, so we've brightened the center of the T-zone. Now we're going to catch the eyes. We don't want to go underneath the eye with the pie shape or the V like was so popular years ago because of the crepe skin. Now, this being cream makeup, it's not going to settle into the fine lines and wrinkles. So we are just placing it as we go, just a little on the inner and outer corner of the eye. Then we're going to go straight up into the temple and create what I like to call a focal point. This focal point is going to give the eye just that little more lift, which I don't know about you, but I could certainly use a lift. Now we are going to come back with our main shade. Think of your main shade, and it's a main highlight, as a filler shade, a shade that goes where you have no other makeup. So we're going to come high on the cheek, not under the eye, but high on the cheek. And we don't need much, so we're going to go into the bearded area over here, the bearded area, and again high on the cheek. Now you can see the redness from my rosacea, so I always catch the corners of my nose to cancel out that redness. And we're just going to, there we go. This is my foundation. I use 3 shades for my foundation. Now you can, at this point, go ahead and blend, and you can either, you do need some type of setting, whether it's a setting powder or setting spray. So you can spray your face at this point, spray your brush and use a damp brush to blend, or you can wait until you're finished and then spray your face and also, or use a setting powder. Now today I'm going to use a shade I dearly love. It's a staple. It's a lip and a cheek, and it's called Royal. Royal is, excuse me, it looks a little bit black, but it's actually, it is actually like a red wine. See this shade? It doesn't look anything like what it does in the palette. Look how pretty that is. And it will go with pretty much any shade you want to wear, any color you want to wear. Now, this is a lip and a cheek, so we're going to use it as our blush shade as well. So we have Royal on our cheeks, and we have Royal on our lips. So you see, literally, my entire makeup bag is right here. There we go. Now time to blend. Blending with Seint cream makeup is a little bit different than blending the way we were taught. We were taught just to blend this way. If you do that, everything will go together, and since we strategically place this makeup, we want to strategically blend it. So what we're going to do is start right here at the jawline and just gently swirl to soften. You want a soft blend. Then we're going to drag it down the neck. There we go. See how the shadow is there, but it's not a distinct line like on my cheeks and my forehead. That is so important. Now we're going to start, and I'm just going to do my main shade. And what you're doing is you want to stipple it in, which is gently tapping and pressing this makeup into your skin. Again, you just want to stipple. There we go. And press it into the skin. Now we're going to come back and we're just going to pick up and stipple in the brightening highlight that we use to brighten our faces. Now, you took the time to contour your nose, and you can blend too much and blend it out. So we're just going to tap up the side of the nose and then just tap gently up. There we go. And as you can see, the contour shadowing is still there. And that's what you want. You don't want to blend too heavily. Now we're going to flip this brush around and catch the eyes. There we go. And just a little bit of product is going underneath the texture under my eyes. We're not going to have a big blob under there. Again, less is more with cream makeup. You don't need a lot. These little tins last several months each. And then you just replace what you need to replace. You don't have to replace the entire palette. Now let's come up here and get the forehead done. So we're just going to blend, 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 press and stipple. And now we're going to go to the contour. Contour is a little bit different consistency, so we want to gently swirl. Again, don't use a heavy hand. You're just gently swirling. Go all the way up into the hairline. You don't want that white line there. Now, does it get into my gray hair sometimes? Yes, it does. But that is okay, simply because a beauty wipe, a baby wipe, or a damp washcloth will take that right off of your hair. There we go. Now, the only thing we have left to do are the cheeks. So we're going to stipple up and down on the contour twice just to soften. Then grab it and drag it up into the temple. There we go. Same thing over here. We want a soft blend. And then grab that contour shade and just drag it up with the Lip&Cheek into the temple. There you go. I am finished. Now, can you believe the coverage? This is a medium coverage. Can you believe the coverage? You no longer see the redness of the rosacea. You do not see it in my lines and my wrinkles, and it won't dry because it's dry already because it's cream. What could be better? And everything fits in this little palette, and you need a brush. Now, these shades are custom color match to me. So that's how you get started with Seint. You need a color match. And I would be so proud to do that for you. It's totally free and no obligation whatsoever. If you look up here or at the bottom, depending upon what media you're on, there will be a phone number. You text to that phone number and it will send you the link. All you have to do is a makeup-free selfie in front of natural light, not sunlight, natural light. You want to turn off all the artificial light behind you. And that's it. You send it to me. I will suggest or tell you what your custom color should be. That point, if you buy, great. If you don't, then that's okay. Keep hanging out with me. Let's learn some makeup tips and tricks together. I appreciate you being here today with me. You be the reason someone smiles today, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.